Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here for another F1 2021 video. We are still riding on Breaking Point. As you guys saw, episode 2. We're going to go on to episode 3. If you remember, we finished the French Grand Prix, and my wheel completely died halfway through, so hopefully that doesn't happen with us this evening. However, we're going to get into whatever takes place after the French Grand Prix. From what I know, I believe it's Zandvoort we're going to go to. But let's jump right back into it. Yep, that's going to be ours. So Jackson put a solid performance in for the French Grand Prix to firmly cement Alfa Romeo. I think I read this to you last time. If that's the case, we're just going to skip right through it. That's what I'm going to do right now. Yeah, some rewards that are available. Let's go through. I think we took our phone calls the last time. Jackson finding his form in France. Some social media posts, new posts. I think we read through all those emails. We definitely read through. So we're going to jump into the next episode. With Alfa Romeo continuing to show signs of improvement, the F1 world turns its eyes on the Silverstone. Okay, so Silverstone is going to be our next track. A real test for a rookie, Aiden Jackson, as he returns home in hopes of impressing the crowd and earning their support at the historic circuit. No videos or anything. Fernando Alonso makes a comeback, which is it's kind of weird reading all this stuff now that we already know this kind of thing happened. Let's take a look through. No phone calls yet. Let's see if we can jump into the news. Silverstone, Aiden Jackson in profile. Trivia time. Oh, we are going to get a phone call from an unknown person.
Hello?
Hello, mate.
Who is this?
Oh, come on, keep up. It's Devon.
Butler.
The very same.
How did you get this number?
It doesn't really matter. Listen. I just wanted to pass on a bit of friendly advice.
Oh.
Now, it's always tricky racing on your home track. The pressure, all the fans watching, it's a nightmare.
Right, yeah, I imagine it is.
But if you keep your cool, you stay focused, you will get through it, okay? Just imagine it's a different circuit on the other side of the planet. Then, when your race does fall apart, it'll be a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, great advice.
I knew you'd think so. Anyway, good luck out there today. Just try and make it to the end, eh? Ta-ta!
Yeah, good luck to you too. I'll see you later.
So that was a lovely phone call from our best friend. So looking at social, new posts, big home race for Alfa Romeo, rookie Aiden Jackson. Wonder if he can keep up with his recent run form. Crofty sent that one. Emails. We got a couple new ones coming through. Brian, Jeff giving us a weather forecast. Just to let you know she's here and being well looked after. Send me a message after the race. I'll bring her to the paddock. Drive safe. Okay, for trackside, Brian Doyle was kind enough to pass on the contact details. I thought I'd reach out. Can you respond to these little? No, you can't. So we're gonna jump into it. Capitalizing on a fantastic Q3, which is funny. Alpha would never make Q3 in 2020. Aiden Jackson is enjoying one of his finest career performances when a front right puncture threatens to ruin his chances at a top 5 finish. With friends and family in the stands and the crowd behind him, Jackson sets his sights on salvaging what he can from the race. Alright guys, let's get into it. Why would it go so slow? Oh, that would be why. That would definitely be why. It's damage for play. Nothing so far except for that right front. Alright, let's get a new set of tires on. They have a couple laps left. The objective, finish in the points 10th or above. Try that, we're down to 16. Don't want to pull Romain Grosjean. Now this was never one of my strongest tracks. Have to remember my ERS in this game. A little out of practice. I haven't played this in a night or two. Alright, so the gap ahead is 4.9. Oh, the turn in. 2020, you could take that almost flat out. Alright, let's see if we can get anywhere closer. A little timid on the brakes. The power down as much as we can. Use those ERS points that we have. Gasly and Ricardo ahead of us. This isn't gonna help us at all. We get a better run. We get both of them for the same move. Try to use this. Thanks, Jeff. Setting the new fastest lap. There's our teammate ahead of us, fighting against Vettel. Can we get around our teammate? Vettel's gonna go really slow around the hairpin. Get a bigger exit, get through. Alright, so Albon's going to be our next target. So, a little deep there, late on lead brakes. Yeah, which is funny because you can't use rich in this game. So you just have low and you have regular, standard. We can't get a run on Albon. Went a little deep there. That was my fault. So we have just one more important person ahead of us. Let's catch him quickly. Use as much ERS as I can. I have a feeling he's not going to let us pass very easily. We won't play it. We'll just wait for our turn. That right spot. Just use the time to save the ERS. See if we can do it now. Oh, he's still there. Perez isn't helping us. All right, we made it through. A little weird on that. That is my favorite part of the track, the magnet section. Still a little deep in that corner. And we get P7. What are the tires at right now? Not too bad. What are you doing, Sans? Please don't. Alright, Leclerc's just down the road. Can we get him? If I make it through Magnet's back, it's nice and tidy. Up on the power as hard as we can. Oh, that was my fault. Alright. And we get Ocon. He's a little too far down the road. 5.6 seconds. 5.4. 4.9. Let's use what we have to try to chase him down. Went well deep into that. I think we're gonna run out of race before we catch him. Max Verstappen wins. Interesting. So close enough, you're gonna come home P7. Just about.
Victory for the team from Milton Keynes then, after a quality performance. What a race for young Aiden Jackson. If he can keep this up, he's got a long, promising career in front of him.
Absolutely. He'd have been gutted about that puncture. Imagine what kind of challenge he'd have been able to make without it. You've got to give it to him though. He gritted his teeth and pulled it back. Great driving.
Now whisper it quietly, but things seem to be on the up for Alfa Romeo's Aiden Jackson. One to watch. Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
So the standard podium, you have Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, and Valtteri Bottas. Surprisingly, Max won that race though. So despite suffering a puncture mid-race, Jackson manages to overcome the odds, securing a brilliant points finish for Alfa Romeo at the British Grand Prix. Finishing the points after some bad luck. The roundup at Silverstone. You can get it right into that as much as you want. Some more trivia time. Let's move on. Social. What is social saying? Oh, we're gonna get a phone call from Brian.
Brian,
Well, someone's the hot topic in the press room.
what do you mean?
Oh, come on. There's no need to be so modest.
What are you on about, Brian?
Well, after that puncture, everyone thought you'd lost it. But to pull it back and into the points, it's all anyone's talking about.
Well, I'm glad the press is starting to take notice.
Oh, get used to it. They put a bunch of interviews in your diary for tomorrow. It's why I was calling.
Right, thanks for letting me know.
So don't celebrate too hard tonight, eh?
Yeah, all right, Brian. Don't worry. I'm only going to see my mum.
Right. Well, each to their own.
See you later, Brian.
What kind of party swagger were you back in the day, Brian? Alright, let's look at some of the social. Team Alfa Romeo have got chuffed with that show from Jackson. Lots of Jackson moves. Seems like the socials are really liking it. Emails, let's see. Our team principal, Frederick is liking it. I just want to send you around a huge thank you. Well done. I'm humbled and proud to see how everyone has pulled together and performed in perfect harmony today. Of course, the day doesn't go without some drama. Yada yada. I am very proud of this team. We're all achieving. I'll see you in the race debrief. I'll bring your mom around to see you. Just ping me a message. Really great race today. Congratulations. You could have warned me about your mom. My ears are still ringing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to skip on to the next part. While the grid heads, the minds of the team of Alfa Romeo have managed to find some welcome consistency during the second half of the 2020 season. I wish they really actually did in real life. But both drivers are hungry to gain ground in the competition, but Aiden Jackson is determined to outperform his teammate Casper. Both are in the standings and in the eyes of the team.
I'm not sure if it's something to do with the energy storage. I'm losing power on the straights. Right. And you said the acceleration was okay? I'll take a look at it.
And how are we today, chaps? Everything running smoothly, I hope.
All right, Brian. Yeah, we're just going through a few last-minute tweaks.
Ah, that's what I like to see. With dedication like that, maybe you'll be able to get us back a few more of those points, eh?
Yeah, I'll try.
Actually, Aidan, I'm glad I've caught up with you. Thought you might like to know. I had a call this morning from Mattia Binotto. Mentioned you directly.
Oh.
I think they're sniffing around for next season. You're being watched.
So, no pressure then?
So, what's the problem with the car?
I'm losing power on the straights. It's not a massive issue. I'm sure we can deal with it.
Yeah, theoretically, do we have time to install the Spec 2 unit before the race?
Yes, boss.
And Casper's reporting no problems?
No.
Okay, let's do it. Put the Spec 2 in Aiden's, would you?
Well, that would sort it. I mean, if you're sure.
Of course. You could do with a little boost. A little boost. Besides, anything for our star driver. Casper, how are you today? Feeling good about the race?
Oh boy. So the drama continues. I wonder if they're gonna let us do a full race. The Devons in the details. I don't want to read that. Chat with the driver, or the AlphaTauri driver, Devin Butler, so ahead of the Italian. Who is really going to sit there and actually read all of that? Socials, another race weekend, another vintage F1 track. That's the, be careful. We got a phone call coming in from Brian.
Brian,
Hayden, I'm glad I've called you. Listen, don't worry about Casper.
let me stop you there. Brian, Casper's the furthest thing from my mind right now. I've got a race to focus on.
Good man. In the garage just now, that was my fault. I know how he can be.
What, childish? Self-centered? I'm sick of it, Brian. He's been on my case ever since I joined the team. He needs to grow up.
Okay. You just leave Casper to me and get your head in the race. Let's put that new power unit to good use, eh?
Sure thing, Brian. See you on the other side.
Alright, so weekend preview. Jeff's giving us a little update. Be very careful with the inner curves at the first two chicanes here. Basically, this whole 2021 game, you want to stay up all of the curves. They're now doing the interviews before the photo shoot tomorrow. So basically, changing your schedule last minute. Hey, I did trackside of this Maya. Finds well. Just thought I'd politely chase in case you didn't receive my last message. I really like to interview you for trackside. Yeah. How can I accept that? I thought you get this message. If I don't hear from you, I'll try again in a few days. Can you reply to it? Menu? No, just menu selection. Alright, so let's get into the Italian Grand Prix. Jackson looks to take full advantage of his car's new power unit to the vextron of his teammate Casper. With the grid set, his focus locked, Jackson is eager to show Ackman why Alfa Romeo signed him. Is it going to be a full race? I think it is.
Welcome to Monza, where the crowd are ready for today's action. And we hope you're ready to see the world's best drivers fighting it out for that #1 spot. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix. We're 12 miles northeast of Milan for today's Grand Prix at a Monza circuit where we can expect top speeds of around 215 miles per hour. 11 corners on this 3.6 mile track, with 7 of those coming in the form of chicanes. And with a good slipstream and DRS open, there should be plenty of opportunity for some passing here today. Here we are then, Monza, the 90th time this event has been held. So a special year for F1 fans, particularly the Italians, who are rightly proud of this event and its heritage.
Yeah, it always feels a bit special here, doesn't it, Crofty? Hamilton holds the joint record with Schumacher for number of wins here at 5 apiece, but could snatch it outright today with a 6.
Nearly 100 years of history here, so let's see what this year holds in store for the Italian Grand Prix. With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Ackermann, Carlos Sainz, and Perez.
How did Ackerman
Norris,
get that high up?
Ricciardo, Stroll, and Alexander Albon. Ocon, Leclerc, Pierre Gasly, and Butler. Vettel, Grosjean, George Russell, and Aiden Jackson. Magnussen and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
That is a massive difference in qualifying. So he must have a lot of power in his new car. Okay, so since we're starting towards the back, let's go with what I did last time. I'm going to edit this strategy. Start on a medium compound. Stint 2 is going to be on the soft compound. And we're going to pit right around. There we go. I think that's good. Okay, so this game can't really change the fuel, so I'm going to actually drop the fuel this time to just around 14 laps. And they give you a car setup. I can actually change the car setup, so we're just going to go preset 4 because I don't have any setups whatsoever right now. Even though I could go max preset 5, I don't think the AI are quite ready for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the Italian Grand Prix. I'm gonna put that ERS. Oh, jeez! As quick as you can. I'm gonna get boxed out here into the grass. I just caught that slightly. Warning, collision with Vettel. Can I get around Vettel before we get to the next chicane? Chances are he's going to spin there. He's going to take the inside line, which means that's going to be his corner, and he brakes really early. Finding my feet in this opening stint. Don't want to waste all the ERS. Who's behind us? The 2 AlphaTauris. Just follow these guys. Haven't done a single lap on this track yet, so that curve's still dangerous too. Oh, wow. Can I get... Nope, it's not gonna happen. Oh, these guys like to brake here. Can I go around Vettel like this? Give him a nice little squeeze. That worked out. Yeah, okay, preset 4 is not the right preset for this track. Staying off that curve the rest of the race, as you guys can tell. And a lot easier on the brakes there. Can we get Ricardo into the... Looks like that's going to be our corner. How's Ackerman up and forward? I still don't understand that. Luckily, I get to pit later than these guys, so I can start putting some laps in that when my tires are still pretty fresh. Save up some of that ERS I have. Somebody's going really defensive ahead of me. Means they're going to slow the guys down ahead of me. Ah, look at the move Leclerc's planning on Stroll. I need to pay attention. Come on, Stroll. This is not going to end well. I'm going to back out of that. I had no business in being in there. Come on, Leclerc. Okay, that was risky. Stay off that curve. Wow, my right, or my back left is suffering quite a bit. I wonder if it was from those earlier incidents I had. I'm too far back. These guys should hit a lap before me. Should help me get a little bit more cleaner track to actually put a lap in. Wow, these guys broke really early there. Now, I'm not even going to battle this one because it's not going to help. Hopefully these guys all turn into the pits. Make sure that anybody's going in the pits? No? Okay. Lap 6. This is a lap they should be, you know, in theory going into the pits. Just have to take my time. Thank you for that message, Jeff. Yeah, Casper has fallen to P5, now he's back to P4. There's a huge train ahead of me that is slowing me up quite a bit. What is wrong with Ackerman? He's right there. Do I even want to open DRS at this point? Oh, what is going on, you guys? Can I get the move done? So we're kind of... Yeah, these guys are actually going to pit around the same time I am. Maybe I'll extend it by 1 lap. Just so I can get a little bit of a clearer track to put an actual decent time in. Yeah, Ackerman's really starting to suffer. Not sure why. Let's see if I can get Norris here. No, it's going to stay side by side. Yeah, if these guys are gonna fit now, make sure I don't, you know. Okay, they're not gonna fit. Listen to that engine. A little bit of a squeeze by me. I just don't know why they're braking so hard for that turn. I don't trust them braking right now. When do I pit? When do I pit? If he's not gonna pit, I'm gonna pit. It's pitting, okay. I'll wait a lap. Alon's gonna go defensive. We're gonna outbrake him. Try to get a nice, decent run here to qualify for our in-lap. Alright. When to brake. Push as fast as we can. Once I come out of the pits, there'll be about 3 laps to go. We're gonna pull into the pits now. A little timid on the brakes entering the pits. Right, so 3 laps to go, guys. Where is our teammate? We actually jumped a lot of people. We put ourselves into a podium position by doing that. The front 3 are up by, actually not podium, the front 3 up by 9 seconds, so let's see if we can't catch them. Get Alfa Romeo at home podium. Seven seconds, well, 8 seconds really. Really trying to chase this down as much as I can. I want that home Alfa Romeo podium. Using as much ERS as I can, try to get as much out of this car. I can see them. Whoa, no, no. That's not what you want to do. Wow, okay. That just gave it away. Now I have Jax or Paris right behind me, and my tires are probably really overcooked. Definitely feel a little bit in the tires. That was just me pushing a little bit too much. Not knowing the game as much as I should. And me over-revving the car. Alright, I'm not touching that curve. Definitely not touching that curve this time. Don't touch any of the curves on F1 2021. As you guys see, I've realized where my ERS button is from the last episode, and now I'm completely out, so we'll turn it off. Can we at least set the fastest lap? Get that extra point. We do it. I think we're gonna have to settle for P4. Good race, seeing as where we started, where our teammate's gonna finish. Don't touch that curb. Albon's not behind us. He's caught Perez and passed him. He's on a set of hards, which is interesting. Alright, use the power. Don't touch that inside curve. It is deadly. Take a look at our tires. Not too bad. Bottas wins this race. So we're going to come home in P4, guys.
Well, quite the rivalry forming between the rookie Aiden Jackson and his veteran teammate Casper Ackermann.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of when Hamilton signed for McLaren back in 2007. We all know how that one ended. Alonso returned to Renault pretty much the moment the season wrapped up.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Yeah, so Mercedes 1-2 again with, I think, Verstappen. I think it's probably going to be the whole career mode. Unless they switch it up for 2021, because Verstappen has been doing quite well this season.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Uh-oh.
So it's a decent result for you today with a finish in the points. How are you feeling, Aiden?
Went well, and the points are points after all. It is a good result, but I still feel there's room for improvement. I'm glad I could deliver on the team. One come out on top. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, it's a good result, but let's be honest, it still could have been better. Granted, these are some solid points for the team. I just feel there's a big room for improvement.
A big talking point, irrespective of today's results, is how you've improved overall throughout the season. What would you say to that?
Definitely about couldn't do it without the support from the team. About showing what I can do already.
I couldn't do it without the support of the team. They've been incredible. I'm feeling looked after, and I couldn't ask for more. So any improvements are thanks to them.
It's funny you should mention the team as a whole. Can you give us an update? How is the current relationship between you and Casper Ackermann?
Definitely, we're fine.
Look, driver relationships are always going to be tricky. Individually, you're always pushing yourselves, and that can cause friction. I can't let anything like that worry me. Besides, we're fine.
Thank you for your time.
Are we, though? So, with a handful of races remaining in the season, it's time to running out of Alfa Romeo to secure the points needed to finish above the mid-pack rivals in the Constructors' Champion, which they were nowhere close to. It did inform from the past races, has the team desperately hoping in the strong performance of both rookie Aiden Jackson and veteran Casper Ackermann. Back in the booth. Let's see if we get a phone call. We usually do. Harder to leave Renault in 2021. Y'all know he went to McLaren. He moved to Mexico. Phone call coming in from Mom.
Mom?
Aiden, I'm here.
Oh, good. After that flight delay, I was starting to get concerned.
Don't worry. Everything's fine.
And they're looking after you?
Better than at Silverstone.
Good, because you were my lucky charm there, Mum. And I'm hoping you do the same here.
I'll try, love. Now just do what you do, and everything will be great.
I know. Mirror signal maneuver.
And always stick to the speed limit.
I'll try.
Have a great race, Aiden. I'll see you after.
I'm so pleased you're here, Mum. This one's for you, eh?
That's a very sweet gesture. Let's take a look at the socials, shall we? Let's go. Yeah, a lot of people rooting on Perez for this race. Great, the Vettel has settled at Racing Point. Sorry, Aston Martin. So many changes this year. I can't keep it off. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There was quite a lot in 2020, especially the season calendar. It changed almost every other week. As we push into the final few races, I wanted to send you a message to the team, thanking everyone for the hard work. Yes, we have had our ups and downs this season. What team doesn't? Slide into the home stretch. Let's keep our hard work going. Vision strong. And I thought you would come across really well. Didn't I tell you that Colin was a lovely guy? Mexico has this reputation of being a fast track like Monza, but this is tricky, technical. Alright, so before we jump into Mexico, guys, this is going to be it for this episode 3 of Breaking Point. Make sure you guys tune in for episode 4, which should drop anytime soon, probably a day after this one. But if you've watched this, I appreciate it. Make sure you smack that like button if you can. Helps me out. But until then, appreciate you guys coming along with me. We'll jump right into the Mexican Grand Prix in the next episode. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you soon.